Hi guys, so this is the tactical and post-match analysis of the Bayern Munich versus PSG match. The final score was 1-0 with this Champions League final, so Bayern Munich are officially champions of Europe. Now, if you have to do a tactical analysis of the match, there isn't actually a lot of tactics to do analysis for, because the formations and the style of play was pretty predictable from the start of the match, and that's exactly how the match went. Bayern Munich started in a near 4-3-3, even PSG started in a 4-3-3 formation. Bayern were, as usual, pressing very hard, played with a very, very high defensive line, and PSG sat back, tried to keep the ball in their own half and tried to counter-attack whenever they got the chance. The deciding factor though, if you talk about the deciding factor, I think it wasn't tactics, it wasn't gameplay, it wasn't individual performances. Of course, Manuel Neuer could say that he practically saved Bayern Munich during the entire match. But I think the deciding factor here were the two coaches of the teams, Hansi Flick for Bayern Munich and Thomas Tuchel for PSG. And I think the first instance of that was probably during halftime. If you probably would have been, or if we get footage of the Bayern Munich dressing room, I think you would see Flick going on at his players that this is the Champions League final. They need to really step up their game. They need to play with utmost confidence on the ball. They need to have possession of the ball at all points of time. They cannot let PSG have the ball, right? And Thomas Tuchel would have probably gone on and told his players that whatever they did in the first half was good, which actually is true. PSG played a very, very good first half, and they made Bayern Munich wary and Bayern Munich were defending. A team that is so used to attacking. The team that put 8 goals behind Barca was defending for a little while in the first half, because that's how good PSG played. So Thomas Tuchel would have probably just told his players to do the same thing as they did in the first half. But when the two teams came on the pitch for the second half, you could see the difference in intensity of the two teams. Bayern Munich players, all the players, were playing at a different level altogether. They were very confident on the ball. They knew exactly where to pass the ball when they got the ball. They knew exactly where the other player is going to be. And whenever they lost possession, they were very, very quick to get it back. They were always on the ball. They always put pressure on the ball. And PSG didn't play a bad second half at all. They just did exactly what their coach asked them to do the exact same thing, maintain defensive intensity and discipline and focus on the counter-attack. But they were outclassed. And that is where PSG lost the match, I think. And the second decision, which I think Tuchel made a wrong decision in the final, was putting on Choupo-Moting instead of Icardi. I mean, this is the Champions League final. You're facing Bayern Munich. Icardi is, and you 1-0 down, you have about 20 minutes to go. Icardi is one of the best finishers in the world. And you put on Choupo-Moting. Accepted, he played well against Atalanta, he scored the winning goal, but this is a different game altogether. This is a different opposition altogether. And honestly speaking, I think the last two chances that PSG had, I think if Icardi was in there instead of Choupo-Moting for one of those chances, I think he would have scored. And the game could have had a completely different result altogether. So yeah, I think tactically there wasn't a lot. There was the one thing I didn't understand. Whenever Bayern got into the final third, PSG would have a 6 or 7 man back line. Essentially what they were doing was their midfield also merged into their defensive line, which I didn't understand, because as you're not marking any of the Bayern Munich midfielders. That's also one of the reasons. That's also how they conceded the goal. Kimmich got the ball. No one was backing him. No one was marking him. He just crossed the ball to Coman and Coman scored. Right. So, but overall, I think it was a difference between the two managers and what they did, what decisions they made. So yeah, congratulations to Bayern Munich, but next season won't be this easy.